Shalom, shalom. It's Brother TJ here. Back again. I've come to the decision that if anybody's going to destroy my family, it's going to be me. If there's anybody that's going to tear my name down, it'll be me. But I'm going to do it a little different than everybody, back in Minnesota has been doing it. Because I used to spend time with you guys, but through all this, I learned you guys are a different breed of people. Christians, Christianity, people who say they love God and all that good stuff that you guys say, but really don't practice. Now, I was being gracious, very gracious, for months now. I was being gracious to my wife. I was being gracious to the so-called brothers, people from the church that I used to spend time with. Is, hey man, anything you need, just let me know. I got you. I got you. So the name of this video is Don't Do Life Alone. I didn't make that up. That was a slogan from the church that I used to go to, that I believe my wife still attends, Creative Church in Minnesota. Many of you who will watch this, you attend this church, just like I did. Faithfully served, faithfully gave, so God can bless me, be a tither, all that good stuff, the same spiel that you guys get every week. Many of you heard the Don't Do Life Alone. Now, shared some things in the last video, which is the truth. The truth. And maybe some of you know about this, maybe some of you don't. But I'm going to share because if anybody's going to destroy my house, my family, my name, I'm going to do it. Let it be me. Like I said, I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care how you guys feel. I really don't care. So if you have a problem, then you just have a problem, because I'm not wasting my time with any of you. And I mean that respectfully. So I'm going to share some things. I'm going to share some messages. I'm going to share some more backstory on my wife. Again, I don't need to say her name because all of you who know me know her. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make this video long at all. That's my hope. But I'm just going to share some few things, some text message threads. And maybe when I share one of these text message threads, it'll maybe give you, some of you guys, maybe some of you guys try to reach out to me, maybe to give you a pass. Because there's a list of names of men I broke bread with, spent time with, ate with, been over my house, I've been over your house, all kinds of situations. Haven't heard from any of you guys but 3 of 4. 4 guys. And even out of the 4 guys, 3 of them is like, it's like pulling teeth. So, if you've spoken to me, you know who you are. So I'm going to start here with why some of you brothers may have a pass, maybe as to why you haven't been able to reach out to me, whatever the case may be. But I had a phone. I had a cell phone, and the number many of you had. And I don't know which year it was. It was one of the years I was on some team somewhere, and I asked my wife to set up our phones, just get it set up. Boom, I don't want to have to think about that right now. I got to get, be ready for this transition, get into the, playbook, all that kind of stuff. I got to focus elsewhere. So you just take care of the cell phones, make sure we're good. My wife does that. But when she sets up the cell phones, she puts her name on it, which I understand. She's there, I'm not there. She has to show her identification, blah, 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 boom. What she doesn't do is put my name on the phone bill, on the phone contract, whatever at all, so I can also be an authorized user, which would then allow me to be able to make changes on the phone when necessary. So now I have this phone all this time, boom. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be together till we die, all that good stuff, blah, blah. Don't gotta worry about the phone. Phone's being paid for, I'm paying for it. I pay for everything, I paid for everything. So we're good, no problems. So I'm up in Praiseland, and I went down to visit Pastor Dow on the land with Brother Kabir for the first time. And while we were down there, someone's like, get another phone. I was like, I don't really need two phones. So I go on and get another phone. Get the phone, I got it, boom, no problem. We get back to Praiseland, Wisconsin. And I'm sitting there using my normal phone. And next thing I know, I have 0 bars. I have nothing. I'm like, what's going on with the phone? So I take my other phone and I call it. And it said, this Verizon number has been disconnected, whatever they say. So I'm like, what happened? Like, I've been paying the bills. Like, everything's good. Come to find out, my wife cut my line of communication off from everybody. She cuts my phone off. The phone that I've been paying for. Those nice iPhones and all that crap that we all got. I was paying for it. But she cut mine off because she had the power to silence me from communicating with everybody. And so at some point in time, I have February 8th here. February 8th at 4:38 p.m. I text her from my Google Voice phone number. And I said, why? Why are you doing this? And she says, you know why. I said, because of Straightway? I said, it makes no sense, man. She said, and how it's changed you? Yes. So now my wife is telling me why she cut my phone off. Because of you cut a man's phone off? So let's say I didn't have another phone and I'm out somewhere. It's an emergency. Whatever. I said, like, why would you cut my phone off? I said, is this how we are supposed to come back together? Through games? Then she says, listen to this. Remember, last video I said my wife might have made $700, 5 years, which means I pay for everything. She said, because I don't want to pay for you, you've told me you aren't going to take care of the family. I never said that. It was a joy of mine to take care of my family. It was my duty as a man, as a husband, to take care, provide, and protect my family. So I never said that to her. So I don't know where she got that from. She made that up. She says, you have access to your X amount of dollars. She said, this isn't a game. This is life. I know that. I really don't think you will come back. I never left. Unless you have a Saul Paul moment. So I'm done until God does that. I did have a Saul Paul moment. Scales were taken off my eyes and I'm now able to see the truth. Anyway, she said, I relinquished you into his hands. Okay. And that was February 8th. So sometime in between that, I was just pleading with her, like, hey, like, it just takes 15 minutes, just release my phone. Like, I just want my phone. I need my phone. So no, doesn't do that. February 10th. Personally, you haven't been treating me very well. I haven't, again, last time I saw my children was January 20th. It's now February 10th. She's controlling the whole situation right now. Personally, you haven't been treating me very well. Very bossy and tit for tat. and not respecting my boundaries. So I'm blocking your number. I don't enjoy your abuse. Just want to see my children. Wanted my wife to come back home so we can have a conversation, so we can work this out, because at this point, this is now spiraling out of control. Now, March 9th, the next time a message was sent. I said, Anna, you need to let me know when my children aren't doing well. I should not be finding out secondhand through my family from you. So my son, Trey, must have had some bronchial kind of issue. So I get this like picture of him, a little mask. Like, again, my son, I'm not hearing this information. I get a text message from my mom or my sisters with a picture of Trey, and they're like, I think Trey's, I had something going on. And so then that's my response. Hey, I should know these things. That was March 9th. Nothing. April 17th. I think this is 3 or 4 days after the triplets were born. I get a text message from my wife saying, "Yo, Imaginaric says, please be praying for Trinity," which is my daughter. She had a potential seizure this morning. Pray no seizures, full health, no need to go downtown NICU. The neonatologist believes it was nothing, just Trinity falling into a deep sleep. And sometimes you can feel like you're falling when that happens. So praise God. And hopefully everything stays good. April 17th. So yeah, that was April 17th. My phone was cut off. So for some of you guys out there who may be trying to reach me, I get it. My phone was cut off. But there's still no excuse for none of y'all. I'm not giving y'all no excuse because I'm on Facebook and Instagram. So it's good. So as you guys can hear and see, my house is on fire. My family is on fire. At this point in time, I don't even think, there's still no commitment to Straightway Truth Ministry. Still trying to do my homework. Still trying to learn. So I used to attend Creative Church. And, oh, by the way, here, guys, take a look at this. This is a picture of one of my sons when he was first born. Again, these are images I was getting secondhand through my family. I got nothing directly. This, again, is something my mother sent me where I had to go on a little thing and type in, and they had little cameras and thing, and that's how I was seeing my children. That's how the triplets born. I was watching them through a little computer screen. Again, this is me not being there. 3 babies, all these wicked people around, did not get a chance to touch my children, bless them, cover them. But it's okay. So my house is on fire. I am reaching out. I don't care what any of you guys think. I don't care what any of you guys say, because this is truth. This is fact. Many of you guys know I was very close with the leadership. Leadership meaning Pastor Jonathan, Miss Joanne, Creative Church. Many of you guys call it the little inner circle because obviously not everybody gets to go on vacations. Not everybody gets to have the little dinners in the back room. Not everybody gets to go over their home. Many of you guys who go to church don't have that kind of access. I didn't ask for that access, just kind of fell in that way. There's cliques in churches. We know this. It's nothing new. So I was in a little group, all right? Or they call them the vision builders. Essentially, If you make any substantial amount of money, you get the little dinners in the back on Sunday after church. You get invited to little, restaurants, and you get those little perks or whatever it is. You get the little pre meetings before stuff that they're gonna roll out to the church. You're a part of that group. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not in that group. Simple. So February 8th, those are the messages between me and my wife. February 11th, I finally text Pastor Jonathan. My house is on fire. I'm desperate at this time. Again, one of the sayings at the church is don't do life alone. And I wasn't. I was not doing life alone. It was me and Jack Daniels. Many a nights when I didn't know where my family was, when I couldn't get anybody to help, when my in-laws were not allowing me to see my children because they thought I was overnight just gonna, I don't even know what they thought. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. But I wasn't doing life alone. It was me and Jack. But that's what they say. Don't do life alone. Get connected. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to make sure I'm going to try my best to not say shut up in this video. Got to be on my best behavior. So anyway, February 11th, my house is on fire. Need help. Depressed. I'm crying. I'm upset. This went way farther than it needs to go. I just want my family to come home. Because I'm home now. I'm home. For all you who said, TJ, you abandoned your family, I addressed that in the last video. Kick rocks. I was only gone for a little over a week to search out and to seek and to make sure Straightway was the place that I need to be and that my family need to be. So all those who still think that, kick rocks with no socks. Anyway, so February 11th, Pastor Jonathan, this is a text message I sent to Pastor Jonathan. If you guys don't believe me, okay. Looks like it says 11:10 or whatever. 11:10, February 11th. That's the time. So I said, Pastor Jonathan, this is TJ. Call or text me at this number. It's 8:35 a.m., February 11th. Now, I used to be a guy who I would call Pastor Jonathan just whenever I was calling in. He might be getting on a plane, might be driving somewhere, might be getting ready to go on stage. Always, hey man, I'll hit you right back when I land, when I get. That's how we were. I had no problem. I literally honored and respected Pastor Jonathan. He was my pastor. But that was our relationship. He would hit me back. There was no delay, anything like that. The next day, February 12th, this is TJ. Man, I was like, maybe he didn't get it. Things happen. I said, this is TJ. Give me a call when you can. That was 4:03 p.m., February 12th. February 14th. Now waited. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it got to be my phone. I'm like, oh, you know what? No. February 14th. I get a message back. I said, oh, okay, great. We can get help. We can get this thing worked out. It says, TJ, I would like to ask you to watch today's message online. That was, I think, the vows series or whatever. Had something to do with marriage. Nothing that helped my family. I said, no problem. February 14th. February 16th. I said, hey, Pastor, can you give me a call? Nothing. So now it's February 27th. Guys, remember, I started at February 11th, trying to reach out to my pastor at the time to try to get help. For somebody to at least go talk to she's acting out of control and out of line right now. So I said, February 27th, is it safe to say, Pastor, that there will be no support from you and Creative Church? I've spoken to your wife briefly. This is for another video, but I spoke to Miss Joanne on the phone while me and Melissa were homeless. Many of you guys, it's funny to say, but it was literally true. Many of you guys, I showed you guys the picture of my clothes. It was in that little window of time, me and Melissa sleeping in a hotel. That's another video. I had an opportunity to speak to Miss Joanne. Haven't heard from her or her husband since. Said, I've spoken to your wife briefly and haven't heard from you yet. I just need to know so I don't reach out anymore hoping for something. Hoping. Needing help. Haven't seen my children at this point in time, now over a month. Granted, again, I've gone on vacations, hung out, showed up randomly at their home. They've showed up randomly at our home. Birthday parties, they don't, you know, all that good stuff. So then, there's a picture I showed you guys. That's my clothes outside my house. You see, Pastor Jonathan has an image of the clothes. So he's received it. Maybe he's blocked me. Maybe he got none of this stuff. But I sent it. So I said, when my clothes got put out, I said, February 27th, I said, is this appropriate to you and Miss Joanne? This is my clothes outside of my house. And Anna put it there. I haven't made anything public. After 5 years of putting my body on the line to take care of her and my family and to be able to be a blessing to the church, this is what I get in return. I've listened to the last 2 weeks like you asked, and if this is what the Holy Spirit sounds like in my wife, please show me in the Holy Bible where I can find it. If you can Bible it, I will believe it. There's this thing he was saying, I mean, you guys all at Creative Church heard it, you know, Holy Spirit sounds like your wife, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So maybe this is what the Holy Spirit sounds like in my wife, clothes outside on the porch in the snow. So then, no response, still haven't heard from him. No big deal. This is I'm gonna be wrapping this video up here shortly, guys. Just hang in there. So the next video, the next text message I get is, I think it was this day. I'm gonna make sure. Very recent. And I got this message when I was in spending time with the brothers up at in Goshen. This is the message I received from my wife. And this message I did send to Pastor Jonathan. So this message says, just so you know, this is from my wife. Many of you guys are sitting there, hey, God bless you. How are the triplets? I'm not going to say it. So it says, just so you know, when you call or text me, this is from supposedly a believer, follower of Christ, someone who says they love the Lord, and there's no discerning of spirits in the modern day church, I believe. Just so you know, when you call or text me, I don't receive it, but I can send things to you. So if and when you respond, send it to my dad. Another story. Though just for this last time, as no one wants to deal with your shenanigans. You are deceived by this group. I'm deceived because I want to keep the commandments. And I want to be a part of the covenant that will be made with the house of Israel and Judah in Jeremiah 31. But I'm deceived. Thus, no one wants to continue to try to show you your error. I've asked, somebody please show me what I did wrong. Nobody wants to show me. No, like throwing it. Anyway, nobody wants to show me. Obviously, you guys can see, can't hear back from Pastor. Miss Joanne, Nobody. You're deceived by this group. Thus, no one wants to continue to try and show you your error, for you are deaf to their voices. One day you will come back to the truth, for it says, raise up a child in the way he should go, and when he grows old, he shall not depart from it. So I don't know how many years of life you will lose to this cult, but one day you will realize what you did. Okay, responding to the call. Okay, she says, I am done and am at peace with it. I hope you find your peace in your new circumstances, but I doubt you will, for peace comes from God, and you have strayed from his truth. I strayed from his truth. Okay, no more Christmas. No more rabbits laying eggs, colorful eggs. And okay, I tried to look for that in the word. Okay, didn't see it. No more Halloween, dressing up, costume, all that funny stuff at church. Birthdays. Okay, strayed away from the truth. My last thing is I just would like to trade. Now, what you guys are about to hear is a list of things that I bought. Remember, $700, blah, blah, blah. My AR with its scope, with its case and scope. My shooting gloves. It was in your bin that was above the washing machine. And my left-handed holster. And I will give you the collected jerseys accumulated during the time in the NFL. Now, many of you guys see players after the game take off their jerseys, take a picture, give it to one of their boys, sign it, boom, hey, played you so you can reminisce, ha ha, he he. After you're done playing, whatever the case is, put it up in your little man caves, you know, all that good stuff. Those are the jerseys she's talking about. Again, games that I played in, I gave her brother my jersey, he gave me his, done. So, and I will give you the collected jerseys accumulated during the time in the NFL. If you aren't willing, I will sell the jerseys to recoup my losses. My losses. Speaking about losses, I have no children, no house, out of some cash. I'm trying to figure out cell phone, trying to figure out where my loss was or her loss was. And to end this, it says, if you are not willing, I will sell the jerseys to recoup my losses. I'm sorry you got deceived, but God uses all things to bless those who live according to his will. And I've already been reaping blessings since you've left. Reflect and see if you can say the same. Goodbye, TJ. Thank you for the good times we had in our 6 years together. I remember the good times fondly. And I do forgive you for being deceived. I know it's not what your heart was trying to do. I said something to her father, or I don't remember. I have it in another thread. And she says, thank you. I'll move forward with selling the jerseys. Enjoy the new life you choose or chose for yourself. Bless y'all. Y'all tell me what you think. Pastor Jonathan has that message. Didn't respond. I sent him that. Then I sent him on June 7th. I said, bless you, sir. Thank you and your family for everything. House is on fire. This is the church that says, don't do life alone. I served, I gave, genuinely out of my heart. I don't think there is anybody who can come, and please come to me, go online, do something and say, TJ, you are a wicked man. And this is why we are not speaking to you. But it's okay, because the book tells me. This is the last thing here. Luke 6:22. Go read it for yourselves. I know most of you won't, whatever. But it says, blessed are you when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil, for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice you in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Bless y'all. That is, those are the folks y'all are around. It's that simple. It's that simple. I sit there, smile, hey, look at my kids, pick up my kids. Meanwhile, y'all are going to sit there and watch these children grow, have no identity because they have no father in their life because of their mother. You women need to stop. Keep your homes together. Raise your children. Love your husbands through obedience. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Bless y'all.